Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to Haven. Hang on, I hope that's not just me that thinks that, that is very loud. Cool.
Dodge this one.
Nice.
You're tired. It's still a bit early, isn't it?
Okay, that's better. I think. I hope. Okay, so as you can probably guess, I've started this game before, but we're gonna start over because that's, you know, what makes it fair. And, you know, we get a choice. Between what, you know, genders we want. And I'm a little bit torn. Because I always pick, them to both be girls. But then it gets a little weird in the dialogue. Not necessarily in a bad way, just odd. Because I've noticed when they're talking about home, if you play with them both as women, it's like men don't exist. And I'm not sure if that changes or if it's just part of the... I don't know. Either way, it's odd. But I don't really care for Yu's masculine design at all. So K is the deciding factor here. But she's so pretty. I really wish that can would stop doing that. I guess it will be a little different. And not a challenging game, but it's... yeah. We'll just do default. I haven't had an issue with that yet. I apologize. Remus is very barky today.
What's that you got cooking?
Apple dew stew with apple dews.
Didn't we have that yesterday? Or the day before?
No. Yesterday it was baked apple dew with apple dews, and the day before it was fried apple dews.
With apple dews. I remember now.
Sorry, I'm doing what I can to switch up our meals. But in my defense, we have a pretty limited set of ingredients.
You know, we can complain here. I don't like this voice. It's fine.
Hey, I wasn't complaining. I'm glad that you're doing the cooking. Otherwise, I'd be eating, I guess, apple juice.
Oh, did you have a chance to look at the engine?
Yeah, it does seem like it took some damage upon landing. But I should be able to fix that real quick.
I also have some good news.
What's that?
I love you.
That's cute.
Oh, with the lights off? Works for me.
No, I didn't do that. We must have run out of flow.
Weren't you supposed to charge up the nest today?
Excuse me if I was working on the engine. I can't do everything.
No worries. I'll go get some more outside. If I'm lucky, I'll stumble upon something to spice up the apple dews.
I'll come with you.
Man.
Over there, a flow thread.
Oh, wait, no. I promise I know how to play this. Hi, Wiggles. How are you today?
Perfect.
Although it seems like one thread won't be enough.
No worries, we'll find others.
I hope you had a good weekend. It is Monday, right?
How many more do you think we need?
I don't know. 3? Maybe 4?
Oh, nice. A whole week off of work?
Whoops. Strike.
Good thing there are plenty of flow threads around here.
Do you really think drifting is that useful?
It's crucial. It allows you to change direction without having to stop all the time.
Do I do that?
We all do it.
Man, it's still weird.
Oh, sorry, birds. We didn't see you.
Apple juice again.
Who knows how long we're gonna be stuck here? We might as well stock up.
I keep telling myself I'll get used to the voices, but
This is a pretty one.
man. Ooh, that sounds like fun. There's nothing wrong with the voices. I've just started playing this game twice already, and I always choose a different gender option. So it's weird not hearing the usual voice.
Well, that was a bust. We were too slow.
No biggie. Plenty of threads out there.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just an adjustment.
1 or 2 more threads, and we'll be all set.
I never got very far, so it's almost a new game.
All right, I'm all charged up.
Me too. We can go when you're ready.
I feel like there was something I missed.
Have you ever
Yes.
seen such a thing?
No, never. Must be an endemic species. And I know it wasn't here yesterday. I mean, 24 hours ago. You know what I'm saying. I wonder if it's edible.
Yeah, I'm just not used to Kay's voice. It's fine.
Only one way to find out.
Yes, you're right. I'll pick up some berries and run some tests. First, we'll need to observe any cutaneous reactions. Then we'll cook them to eliminate bacteria.
It's peppery.
You did not.
Go ahead, try it. I'm sure you'll love it.
Oh yeah, that is peppery.
Lightweight. Off we go. Let's pick these.
I'm not sure these will go great with the apple dews. But where there's a meal, there's a way.
You know what doesn't go great with apple dews? Apple dews.
Yeah, you just doesn't think. Have a little bit of exciting news. Kinda. We have emojis in the Discord server now. Not very many. You know, disclaimer. But when we were doing some grinding on Valheim to catch up for the weeks that we missed, Zeal found Rocky 3 times within 5 minutes. Go figure. So we have Rocky now. And I made emojis to celebrate. They're me, but in Rocky form, so I even animated one. They're not good, but yeah, we had to collect rocks anyway, or stones, so we were just kind of picking up every single one we found until we found Rocky, because we've been wanting Rocky. He was so upset about that update.
All good. This should last us a few days.
Now it's our turn to fill up.
Huh?
I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, it's fun. But I wonder if this means that Zeal will finally get rid of the stack of rocks that are in the corner. You know, the not Rockies. Nope, Rocky was the only serious thing about the April Fool's update. I I didn't see anything about it ending. And I think it would be dumb if they did, to be honest. Maybe.
Done. Roasted apple dews with apple dews.
I can't tell if you're actually excited about this, or if you just enjoy seeing me suffer.
How long do you think this is gonna last?
The flow? Well, if we keep our consumption in check, I think a few days.
No, I meant us. Us here. How long until they come get us?
Do we have to talk about this?
We are going to need to at some point. We need to be prepared. We need a plan.
I'm planning on finishing my plate without hearing about the apiary. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay.
And FYI, you are the one that ruined the mood, not me.
I'm glad we could settle that. Gonna check. Yep, nope, I'm not seeing anything about removing Rocky. That's good, because I'd be very sad. Hang on. Yeah, clearly they wouldn't take it away. That'd be mean. But for those who've been looking and haven't found it yet, I think it'd be upsetting. Yep. Yep. And I personally still haven't even found one. Like, Zeal found all of the ones that we've got. And we spent like a couple hours just in that sitting. Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Do you think it's time to go to bed?
If you say so.
Well, we needed rocks because, you know, spoiler, he's working on a new building for the base that's gonna be the main building. And needed more rocks. So we went on adventures to go and collect it and turned it into a game. Oh, who's gonna find Rocky? Asshole found it right away as soon as he went to a different location from me. And within 5 minutes, oh, another Rocky! Oh, another Rocky! I know! And then it said on the wiki that you can find it in the swamp, and I knew he wouldn't go there, so I did, and I still didn't find one. But I didn't find it in the meadows, and then he went to the Black Forest and found 3 of them. I'm a little bit salty. He's the one that named them all, too. And they, reproduce, but they only give you regular stone, so you can't make another one. I'm sure he would let me rename it if I asked, but now they're, like, the Three Stooges, so I don't really want to. But what was your good news?
You?
All right, let's talk about it. Fine.
I was just gonna ask if you could switch off the light.
Ooh!
You've been mulling it over this whole time?
Of course I've been mulling it over this whole time. Thank you for adding one more thing to my mind.
Hold on, are you telling me you hadn't thought about it before?
You know what? No, I hadn't thought about it. I'm trying not to think about the apiary. Enjoy what we have here, even if it isn't much. Do you really think that they can come get us here?
If we could take the flow bridge here, then so can they.
There's no way they can know where we are. Is there? I cut off the autonav, the astrolock. Even the landing was all manual.
I'm just saying, let's prepare for the worst.
And that's so exciting. I love when you get further than you know, were able to before. I'm excited for when we finally get past the Mistlands because, I think it just got the Ashlands update the last time we played, or was right before it. And we never even found the boss for the Mistlands. Oh, man. If you like grinding, that is, Valheim is the game for you. Oh, man. I imagine that, would be kind of tedious. Hmm?
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa, you.
What? If that's what it takes not to go back, I'll do it. No problem. Kill them, steal their ship. By the time they send more guys, we'll be far away.
You're seriously not considering...
Maybe not. Maybe I am. At worst, we'll know.
You're scaring me.
Oh, come on. You're totally safe. You're my teddy bear.
I'm not sure how I should take this.
Well, take me in your arms for a start.
Aw. And that's exciting. We're really excited to see it. Although, our personal grinding sessions and building sessions turn into a have to be better than Wiggles kind of mentality.
You aren't dressed yet?
I put on my pajamas.
I mean, to get out.
Well, see, I was just wondering, do we have to get out? Can't we just hang in the nest for once? Lounge around, read a book, watch a movie?
We don't have movies.
Right, sure, but you what I mean.
He decided that your preview was intimidating and feels like he's not up to par. I told him it's just a different style, but I don't know if he believes me. But I'm sure the Ashland stuff is super cool. We're not doing spoilers, so... or trying not to. So, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You can stay if you want. You get some rest, and I'll gather provisions. I don't mind.
But staying here alone sucks.
So, you'll come with me?
Or you could stay.
And you go get food?
What? No?
Then, who?
Ugh, alright. Never mind. I'll get dressed. Let's go.
We're saving stuff like that for stream. The only things we're doing off stream are like the super grindy stuff and then the building stuff. We did accidentally find the Mistlands next to one of the towers, and we marked it on the map because we're specifically saving that. You know, I kind of like their ship. Like, it looks so homey. Oh man. That's crazy.
Do you remember where the apple dews were?
Could we try and pick something else for a change?
Huh. That would be awesome. I love seeing stuff like that, even though it always makes me a little bit sad.
Is it me, or is the ground shaking?
It's shaking. It's shaking a lot.
Not the nest.
Is it over?
Seems like it. Anything broken?
No. No, I don't think so. Well, except...
It's not all lost.
Well, it is. A bit.
Look, we can always search the islet, try and find a way to get to the other side.
Such as...
I don't know. A rope, a jetpack, spring-loaded shoes, anything.
And if we don't find it?
If we don't find... I don't know. That's why we'll have to find something.
Okay.
Hmm. Those look really nice too.
I think I found something.
Huh?
Call me crazy, but this looks like a Bluton.
Yep, it looks like a flow bridge. Kind of like the one we took to get here. But smaller?
Is that possible?
Not that I know of. Interplanetary flow bridges are a well-documented subject, though when it comes down to it, no one really knows how they work. But I've never heard of bridges this size.
Well, regardless, this one is here.
Yes.
Okay. If this really is a flow bridge, I'm not sure what we're waiting for.
What?
Flow bridges are linking one place to another, right? So this one definitely leads someplace.
Wait, you want to just get on there without knowing where it goes?
It goes elsewhere. I think that's as good a start as any.
I'm not sure they agree on that. Well, it's crazy some of the things
Here
out
we have
there.
everyone. Okay?
Here.
Then we're good.
Looks like we're on another islet.
Yeah. The bridge seems to be a link between the islets. If there are any others like this, we may be able to get back to the nest.
Wait, I found campers, like fifth wheels, RVs that are nicer than some of the houses that I've lived in.
Do you see what I'm seeing?
A big ugly lizard?
No, the mushrooms on its back. Looks like a type of Hygroscybrubescens.
Ah. Is that good news? Like, can we eat it?
Oof, not at all. Unless you're looking for a quick way to unload your kidneys. But don't you find that symbiosis amazing? The movements of the lizard are helping spread the spores. As far as what the lizard is gaining, I'll have to study that closer.
Maybe it has bad hygiene. Maybe what you call symbiosis is just a fungal infection.
That's a possibility. We'd have to get a sample to...
Stop. Touch one of those mushrooms and you won't touch me again. Ever.
But he's just a baby. A cutie patootie. Yeah, I know! But mushrooms. Mushrooms are crossing the line. Apparently. But yeah, no, stuff like that really does seem like it would be more financially responsible, but unfortunately, I mean, I lived in a camper for a little over a year, and then again for a couple of months, like a year later, and it's not terrible, but it's not particularly great. And here there are laws against it, because it's not, you know, on a solid foundation. So because we get tornadoes sometimes, it's not technically safe, which, you know, fair, but it is cheaper to just get an RV or a camper and put it on a plot of land with nothing else on it and call it good. my parents have looked into doing that. And probably would have done that if it wasn't, you know, a legal issue. Yeah, but that varies, so I don't know what the laws for that are on other places. And I know that are people who live in campers full time and just travel, which would be really cool, but yeah. We don't have ours anymore, we sold it, so and the house is a lot nicer anyway.
Seems like our mini flow bridge wasn't a unique occurrence.
Good, because those things are really useful.
I know! Like, I'm thankful for the place that we live in now,
Wow, that's
and
actually, what is that?
We should take a closer look.
Ezekiel is actually on the deed. But his mom bought it. And we live in a house with 6 people. And 10 animals? And it's just kind of overwhelming at times. We've talked about wanting to get a smaller house just for the 2 of us, but it's so expensive. And then even considering that, on top of like the medical bills and the student loans, and it's just, it's a nightmare.
Any idea what's underneath our feet, Mr. Geologist?
I'm a biologist.
Isn't that the same thing?
Biology, the living, geology, the rocks.
And what makes you think this is not living, pray tell?
It looks like a dust deposition. Some kind of rust. And it looks like this kind of rust is particularly sensitive to flow.
What?
Look beneath your feet.
Oh, there's vegetation underneath. It was probably smothered.
Good thing we came this way.
That way, look.
Great. We can bring that back to the nest to study it.
There is something up there. Whoops.
Rust.
Saw that.
Another flow bridge.
That's great. It means there must be others. If we're lucky, they'll bring us back to the nest.
Oh, it's a plant.
Even the apple dew shrubs are completely covered.
I hope this one will yield some nice and juicy fruit to thank us.
I mean, it did.
Make sure they don't get squished.
Nobody wants squished apple juice. Ah, there we are.
It could always be useful.
That's it. That was the last one.
Clearly. We're breathing a lot easier without all this rust. This is
Okay.
so slow. We're not going anywhere.
So?
I got a big one.
Okay. I'm not sure which one we came in on. Maybe it was the other one. Cool, we're making progress.
We should find the nest if we keep going north.
Explain to me how you know which way north is on this planet.
We should find the nest if we keep going straight ahead.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Come on. Don't be scared.
A big bug like you.
It's not quite as cute as the lizards, but it's like ugly cute. You know? There's so much rust. Hi there. I like that they kind of purr. This way. And let's not fly off the ridge on accident. That'd be sad.
All clean.
I like the sound of that. There's gotta be a way up. Right?
Okay.
What?
Everything slow motion.
You You goof. This is where we came from.
All right, I know. We're too heavy.
Nah, this aerial thread is just too fragile. Boba nuts? Aren't we the lucky ones?
What are they?
You've never heard of boba nuts? They're one of the most nutritious nuts. 25% carbohydrates, 50% protein, 75% lipids.
That adds up to 150%.
Precisely. A great mystery of modern science.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
Maybe. But once you have a taste of my boba salad, you will forget all about it. I thought it smelled good around here. What was that noise?
Ugh, my stomach. It needs to be fed soon. I thought this planet was supposed to be a desert.
Deserted. Desert. According to the archives, a colonization plan had
What a
been
wasted
considered
opportunity.
in theory, with Exonova as the main provider. But the planet was eventually classified as inhospitable.
Let me guess. High seismic activity?
I don't know. The file doesn't say anything about that.
I hope we don't have any more unpleasant surprises. We're here. We found the nest.
But in what state?
Zayla's active in the Discord.
Do you think that's impressive? We can fly too. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There is no way this thing is flying again.
Don't say that. You could make a rock fly with the right tools.
Well, maybe. But not this one. Both wings are wasted. The propellers were ripped off. And I'm not even done checking the inside.
We weren't really planning on leaving, were we? We don't really have another place to go anyway.
I'm tired. Why are we always so unlucky? Why are you laughing?
Hold on. We decide to escape the apiary, which apparently no one has managed to do before us. We punch in some coordinates really at random, only because some obscure document from Exonova vaguely attested to the existence of a habitable planet. By some kind of miracle, we cross the boundaries of the apiary without getting caught. We travel across space in a Class D ship that is totally not designed for that. And in spite of the fact that this is not all-terrain, we land without breaking anything. We find food and flow on site even though we hadn't really planned for it. Finally, we get hit with an earthquake, all right, but we get out of it unscathed. The only real consequence is that the nest is a little bit busted. And you think that we're unlucky? We are the luckiest people in the universe.
That's one way to see it.
This planet is our chance to start a new life. With our own rules. Away from the apiary, from the matchmaker and all that loot. And I'd rather endure 1,000 earthquakes than risk being away from you.
What did you say this planet was called again?
Source.
Source. The beginning of something.
Seems like it.
See that? Looks like there's some flow hiding underneath.
Yeah, weird. It looks like a flow bridge that's begging to pop out.
Like an ingrown hair?
I guess.
Well, in that case, we just need to find giant tweezers.
We could also wait for it to pop out on its own.
Okay, so you have obviously never had an ingrown hair.
That, admittedly, is dialogue I've never seen before. I know! And that was totally against my will. I had no say in that. They have a very, interesting dynamic.
Whoa, what a mess. And now the nest is all akimbo. This feels weird.
Yeah. We'll need to find a way to correct that. But it can wait until tomorrow. I think we've had our share for the day. We deserve some time to relax. If you know what I mean.
You can do whatever you want, but I am going to bed.
The pictures are a nice touch. Man. There are apple dews all over the place. Oh, the books. So many books.
Come on, let's go to bed instead. I've had enough of this day.
Do you think they remade the bed before they got into it, or it was miraculously untouched? Because, wow.
You okay? You? Wake up! It's okay. I'm here. That was just a nightmare. Everything's fine.
That wasn't a nightmare.
Sure it was. Rest easy.
No! I was awake. I could hear you. I just couldn't move or yell. I couldn't breathe. It was horrible.
Yeah, seemed like it was. Do you want my opinion? I'm not a dream expert or anything, but...
It wasn't a dream. I wasn't sleeping. My eyes were wide open.
No, your eyes were closed.
I'm telling you, they were open. I saw everything. You, the room, everything.
Okay. What I meant was that it may have been because of the nest.
What?
You said you couldn't move. You were nailed to the bed. A bit like the nest which is stuck to the ground, right? You've been flying in this thing for years. I bet you're upset to see it in this condition.
No kidding. Which means that if we fix up the nest, this'll all go away?
Could be. Worst case scenario, the nest will be fixed.
Yeah. Well, I hope we'll eventually find the missing parts then. So I can get fixed up too.
All right. Now we can see a lot clearer.
Yeah. We're not there yet, but that should do the trick for now. Now we just need to figure out how to level the nest. The tractoglobe is probably done charging. Let's bring it outside.
Do you think it'll be enough to lift it?
I hope so. Because I have no idea what else we can do.
That is not how you put books on a bookshelf. Oh my. The nicely stacked ones are fine. This cubby is a nightmare.
What if we grabbed a little snack for the road?
Sounds good. I'll bring the first aid kit as well, just in case.
Did it move?
No, I don't think so.
Balding bloot! Ugh, it's over. It's not going back straight. We'll never be able to fix it. We are condemned to living on an incline in a broken ship forever. Until our body adapts and one of our legs starts shrinking to even us out.
What's the issue exactly?
Well, the back pain will be crazy, for one. And also, I don't know about you, but I personally like having a reasonably symmetrical body.
I meant with the tractoglobe.
Ah, not enough power, it seems like. The battery drains out even before lifting the nest a centimeter off the ground. Although to be fair, it was originally designed to lift cargo crates into ships, not the ships themselves.
What if we plugged it into a flow spring?
I thought about that, but we'd have to be able to seal the pipe shut. Unfortunately, I don't think they make gaskets for flow springs from a distant planet.
Perhaps we can make one.
With what? Paper mache?
Remember yesterday when I told you that rust scatters when it comes in contact with flow? We could use that feature to sculpt a gasket out of pieces of rust.
You could do that?
I don't think I could sculpt a nude statue of you or a super complex component, but molding a gasket? That seems doable.
That's awesome!
Hold on, let's not start pushing before the panties are pulled down.
Excuse me?
You've never heard of that saying?
No.
Must be a truth thing then. That means let's not celebrate before we...
Yeah. I got it. Anyway, how much rust do you need in order to pull the panties down?
I don't know. 4 or 5 blocks like those we already got?
Okay, so let's try and find that.
I think we've got everything we need to mold a joint for the tractoglobe. All right then. Ready when you are.
I'm just waiting on you. I can't wait to get going.
What an interesting turn of phrase.
So?
Well, it fits. That's a good sign. Let's get this ball rolling.
What?
What? Haven't you heard of that one either?
Oh no, I have. It's just a really old-fashioned saying.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, that's worse.
Can you just switch on the track the globe, please?
Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
It worked!
We did it. Now, we just need to fix up the wings and the turbine and the hypopropellers and...
Don't be so cynical. Getting the nest out of the crevasse was quite a feat.
Huh? No, don't get me wrong. I am genuinely delighted. I love fixing things up. But I don't think we need to get started right away.
That's a relief.
Before we start fixing anything, we'll need to find the replacement parts.
My bad.
I don't like walking.
Some things are worse than walking, like running.
That's true. I can't even remember the last time I ran.
Thank you, technology.
Feels a little lazy to not walk anywhere, but I'm sure they do get a
This way
workout
is
with those
also
boots.
full of rust.
Not for long. Be
Oops.
careful. These creatures don't seem to be in their right mind.
I did notice that. All right, that's it. I'll keep them at bay.
Are you alright? One of them is weakened. We should be able to pacify it.
Copy that.
Make way!
All right, that's it.
Whammo!
Boom. It's settled down. Now's the time.
See you around.
Done and done.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would be a
Back to beast.
good core workout.
Seems like it was the rust that made him aggressive.
Any idea why?
It could just be because they're uncomfortable. If the rust hurts them, that would explain why they're turning violent. But it doesn't explain why they're attacking us and not fighting amongst themselves. Maybe the rust is taking over their nervous system in some way, like a parasite. Or maybe it's because of pheromones.
You could also say, I don't know. I'd understand.
Okay, I don't know.
You hear that, Oink? You're a scientific mystery. Oink. His name is Oink now.
What a lovely oink.
Okay, now I'm really starving.
Imagine how I feel.
You know what? Walking is nice too. That way, you have time to enjoy all the little bugs crawling around.
I'm not seeing any bugs.
That means we're walking too fast.
I think it's cute that they hold hands when they're gliding. Which, I gotta say, has got to take some skill, because,
Have a good one.
man, you guys just don't let up, do you?
Whew. We lost him.
Hmm?
We almost missed this one.
Okay.
I got you. Bullseye.
This one's mine.
Boom. No.
You! You?
Yep.
You block, I'll hit.
Get back. Ah!
Ooh.
Great job.
You're welcome. Oh, brute! I got this.
Yes. That looks bad. Bam.
Let's get it over with.
And done. Your target left.
Are you alright?
One left. Dodge this one.
Wow, ammo. You?
Yep. Saw that.
Right before the picking.
Harvest time.
The end.
I have to say, the combat is weird. Like, it's not quite turn-based, but it also is... I don't know.
I have to say, it's much nicer this way.
This one's ready.
I'm up.
Are you okay?
Ha!
Nice
Ow.
one. Bullseye.
You!
Your turn.
I got this.
I think...
One down.
Oh, I... Stop.
Go,
Thank
girl.
you. Impact.
You didn't like that too much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Who's next?
Poor you.
For here or to go?
To go.
Too bad.
Okay. There's one over there, and there's one over there. And I don't know which is which.
Isn't this the bridge we took to get here?
It is.
This way it is.
I kind of missed my U-turn.
We'll do better next time.
Huh? What does she
Ooh.
want from us?
We're too quick for them.
I don't think that's quite true.
Another thing from home. How many do you think Axonova built before they realized it wouldn't work?
Two already seems like a lot. Throwing money around isn't exactly within the company culture. Neither is canceling a project for that matter. I'm not surprised that everyone remained discreet about this whole failed colonization business.
I am surprised by the fact my mom has never mentioned it to me. I don't think Axonova wins colonization contracts on the regular.
These buildings look kind of old. Your mom may not have been head of the company then. She may not have been with the company at all.
Yeah, that's possible. Still, it's weird.
Agreed. I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Another bit of rust for your collection?
Oh, cool. I don't have this one yet.
Oh man.
You can't catch us that easily. Another one.
That one's still friendly. Hi. Mm. Mm. Oh, that's...
Okay, that's kind of cool.
You mean really cool?
Trying to fill the tank back up.
Did we miss or did it break?
It broke.
Hey, buddy. They're very friendly little creatures. Oh no.
All good. We're out of reach.
Except they spread it everywhere they go,
They're tailing us.
which isn't great. Okay.
You started it.
Eat it! Hit that! This one's ready.
On it. Chill.
Boom, baby!
You.
Done and done.
Uh-huh.
You got this? Let's get it over with.
And done.
See you around. Are you all right?
One left. Bullseye. Ooh, that looks bad.
Keep 'em coming. You.
Yep, saw that.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
It heals the creature so they stop spreading the rust,
That was the last one.
and it ups your relationship a little bit, but aside from that, I have no idea.
You block how? You started.
Oops.
Chill. Now what?
No way. Aha!
My fingers keep slipping.
Right for the picking.
Harvest time. Dodge this one. Eat it.
Oh, brute.
Target low.
Let's do this.
There you go. That was easy.
Was it though? Oh, I guess you get bonus rest, which is nice. Okay. There's someone else I was avoiding fighting with, I think.
Sorry, I'm kind of struggling. I should have drifted a little.
Is this the one we came in on?
You know what's that way.
Yes, it is. So the other one is this way. The question is how to get up there. Oh, there is another one. Aw, man.
Loot!
Nope, you don't get to no. No. Nope, other one.
Bam! Booyah!
Whammo.
Eat it!
Let's get this one's mine.
In your face!
On to go.
Bullseye. Choo! Your turn.
I got
This
this.
one's ready.
I'm on it.
Bye-bye. Who's next?
And did we just go in a full circle?
Can we go back the other way?
As you wish.
Yeah, we did.
Do you see what I'm seeing?
What?
Straight ahead. An aerial flow thread.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it could carry us all the way up there?
Only one way to find out.
Now I'm hungry.
I know, right? Seems like that's the highest we'll get.
That wasn't too far off. Look, there's another bridge over there.
Ugh, I wanted to go all the way up.
We'll have to lay off the apple dues then.
Oh, we got another one. Oh, wait.
Whoa, did you feel that?
What?
Like a tremor.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
I hope I imagined it.
Yum.
Just yum.
Should we take a break?
Indeed. If you told me one day I'd be millions of lumsec from the apiary watching rocks flying by,
Beautiful, isn't it?
I'd say intriguing. I'm trying to figure out how it works.
I'm pretty sure you don't know how nucleosynthesis works either. But you can still appreciate the stars in the sky.
That's true. It could be worse.
Yeah. Actually, this is all thanks to the matchmaker.
What?
Think about it. Imagine the matchmaker had put us together. We would have spent our boring lives in the apiary without surprise. And we would have never ended up here. Together. Watching rocks flying by.
I don't think either of these answers are a happy one.
I don't care about these rocks. All I care about is being with you. Here, in the apiary, in deep space, or at the bottom of a hole. It's all the same to me. It's all decorative.
Some decor are a bit nicer than others, though.
Yeah, but that's... what's that phrase you use in sciences? Oh yeah, negligible amounts.
Okay, that was a much nicer response than I expected.
Why'd you stop?
I have a stowaway on my sleeve.
A bug?
Better. A seed. It must have hooked on when we brushed past the plant.
And it just so happens it chose the one with the green thumb. Clever seed.
Natural selection doing its work?
Do you think you're gonna plant it?
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked.
If we find enough of them, we could start a little vegetable patch at the nest.
I vote yes.
Motion approved unanimously. Just need to find some more seeds.
Easy enough, don't you think?
Not so sure. If these plants have few natural predators, they might have somewhat of a slow reproductive process. We'll just need to keep an eye out.
You can count on me. What?
Nothing. I just can't imagine you spotting seeds right out of the wilderness.
Says the guy who's incapable of finding his stuff when it's right under his nose.
That's not the same. I mean, plants are kind of my specialty.
So? I know what a seed looks like, don't I?
Certainly.
I'm sure I'll find more than you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Wanna bet?
Don't tempt me.
There's something shiny over here.
Another seed. 2-0 is a pretty good start.
Hey! The first one didn't count.
What? Why didn't it count?
We hadn't started the contest.
Okay, 1-0. But that's only because I know I'll win.
And that is exactly what will cause your downfall.
Another shiny.
Zip! Into the back. Another one. Do we agree this thing does not look very natural?
Yeah. It's probably satellite debris or a rocket propeller. This part of space is a real dump.
I don't know. This stone circle around it still looks weird to me.
This? These aren't stones. They're Bryum's mollis mollis. Bloofs, for short.
Loofs?
Yeah, because when you sit on them, it goes.
Ooh, I like. Huh.
I think I could fall asleep right here. You? You?
Oh, what? I told you I'm not going back. Go bloot yourselves!
You. It's me. I think you fell asleep.
Oh, sorry. These bloofs are way too comfortable. You can't leave me here.
If we ever need to sleep under the stars, we'll know where to come.
Actually, that's a good idea. Let's... give them something other than apple dews.
You know what we should have packed?
Marshmallows?
My guitar.
You have a guitar?
Well, yeah.
Where is it?
At my house. On top. Well, I guess these days I can't really call it my house. Or even say it's my guitar.
I didn't know that you played.
To be honest, I wouldn't really say that I play. My mother's had me take courses when I was little. I took them for 2 years and then I got tired. I never touched it again. I even called it an old-timey instrument. But I don't know. Now, the campfire and everything. I wish I could pull it out.
Oh, I would have played along on the harmonica.
Because you play the harmonica?
No. But since we're imagining things, let's just run with it.
Yeah, you're right. I can already picture it.
We could have founded a band.
The #1 band on Source.
A Yuki. It's an anagram of UNK.
Yeah, I got that. I was thinking more along the lines of the Flow Phantasm.
Very poetic.
Isn't it?
Why not? The Weavers.
Ooh, not bad. Dual Flow.
Acrocillin Blues.
Where the heart is.
Fugue.
Space Caress.
Oh, yeah, I definitely like that.
We are so Space Caress now. We'll bring the house down.
We just need to find stuff to repair the nest now.
We just need to?
Better?
Yes. Thank you.
Man, I was worried that I forgot to heal them. But considering they're blue again, I think it's fine.
Been there.
Well, yeah, that's where we came from.
That new creature doesn't want to be friends. Oh, please.
And more rust.
You can never have too much.
Did I just see that thing eat up a flow thread?
Sure did. That's probably why these creatures don't seem affected by the rust.
Good for them. But I hope they're sparing some for others. Us, namely.
Do we still need rust?
Of course. It's always useful.
Whoa. I'm not sure what his toy did to him, but I wouldn't like to be in its place.
Hold on. Isn't that...
What?
Let's get a closer look.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why the dog is so upset.
Dodge this one. Awesome.
You!
Your turn. Shield up.
Are you alright? Whammo!
Eat it. Aha! In your face. Take that.
This one's.
Aha! Boom. You know what?
You?
Yep. Saw that. We're on fire. There you go. Yes.
You. Are you okay?
You know, I am starting to get tired of being beat up by every critter that comes around.
Should I carry you?
No, that's fine. I can walk on my own. Although if you have some heavy-duty pain meds, I wouldn't turn them down.
Alright. I guess it's time for me to do what I do best.
Snuggle?
I was more thinking about gathering strange plants with medicinal properties.
We already have some medic kits.
Oh yeah, we do. Then I guess we just need to find a place to lay low and care for your injuries.
You know, his heart's in the right place. Unfortunate. We have to fight before we leave here.
2 to nothing.
Okay, beginner's luck. But watch out. It won't last.
Okay, there was another contaminated creature over here.
Don't turn around.
I'm not pleased with it either. And I do not know what happens if you die. Because it's just never happened before.
Your turn.
I got this. Let's get it over with.
And done. Are you okay? Target left.
Oh, blue chill.
Bam!
Nice shot. Oh, that's bad.
Bye-bye.
One to go. You?
Yep, saw that.
Their health is indicated with the color of their boots. So when it's blue, it's high, when it's yellow, it's getting low, and when it's red, it's very low. Let's see. Oh, yeah. 38 and 58 out of 180, respectively.
Easy, easy.
I feel bad. Especially since there's a boss fight coming up. And there's another one. Unfortunately, we're gonna skip him and go straight to the boss. Oh boy. Please don't freeze.
Okay? It would seem that he's not gonna share his toy.
What did I tell you?
That's not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, I cannot hit the right buttons. Hang on.
It seems like my attacks aren't landing.
Maybe if we both attacked at the same time.
I think we found the right technique.
Ready when you are.
Ready.
Ha! I'm sure he felt that.
Oh, I'm so scared.
You want some more? Ready when you are. Ugh.
You!
Shit.
Did I pass out?
You didn't miss much.
Okay, that's not. Oh my gosh.
You started it. Didn't flinch.
You could have waited for me to attack.
My finger slipped.
On your mark.
Anytime. That looks
And then,
bad.
fortunately, they can't heal until they get home or go to set up camp. So, it's either fight or stay here forever, and, there's not really an option.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't access your inventory unless you're resting.
Eat it.
It's kinda dumb.
Your turn.
Yep.
Kapow!
Who's next? Done and done.
But we did it!
We left this toy behind.
That's not a toy. Looks like
A robot?
almost. It's a Draka. Drone for autonomous cartography. Very old tech. The kind we sent out to Beauty before it was integrated to the apiary.
Oh.
Seems like they pondered integrating Source for a while as well. I wonder why they changed their minds.
Could be the fact that this planet is scattered like a puzzle.
Probably was a factor. The Draka may hold some answers.
You're kidding.
No, really. Stuff from that era was built tough. We may be able to boot it back up. Okay. I might have spoken a bit quickly. The flow circuits are completely fried. But look at what I was able to salvage.
Nice.
The anti-grav chips don't seem to be damaged. I should be able to make them compatible with our boots by tweaking the connectors a bit.
Whoa.
Even better, the mapping module is also working perfectly. If I plug that into the glove's power source, it should... Boom! This should be very helpful for finding our way around the bits of land.
You never cease to impress me.
Ah, that's nothing really. These old machines are plain and simple astronautical engineering. Not like the new stuff with boronic nano components everywhere.
Cool, cool. I'm just gonna let that happen because it heals.
So, that way we can map out the different bits?
Yeah, and with this, we can make our way back to the nest a lot easier. Hey, look! It says there's another bridge in this area.
Perfect. That way we can test if your thingy works.
Cool. I'm gonna pretend they're not at 14 health. Cause, oof. Okay. Spicy.
And 3.
You are not even letting me take a look.
Oh, it's set. Oh, that goes under. Huh. Okay. Ah. Hi, big guy. That we can't interact with.
Right on. Seems like the radar is working.
Are you surprised? This is weird.
What is?
It looks like there's also a pre-recorded location on the radar.
What could it be?
I don't know. Little Draca's favorite picnic spot?
In that case, we definitely have to check it out.
Hey, isn't that Oink? That is definitely him. That's Oink.
What's happening, big guy? Why are you here? You missed us, didn't you?
I bet he felt lonely on his empty islet.
You do realize that we can't take you along on our journeys, don't you? That would be too exhausting for you.
But you can stay with us next to the nest if you want.
No funny business, though.
Link is the best display.
Before we start fixing anything, we'll need to find the replacement parts.
Okay, just making sure.
Come on, give me your boots. Once I plug in these chips, they'll be like a whole new pair.
I can barely figure out left from right as they are. So, how are the repairs coming along?
I've done everything I can, but I'm missing some parts and can't move on.
What kind of parts?
A bit of everything. The thing is that I'm not looking for very precise models or anything. I can always adapt. But I'm still gonna need some more gear.
Well, I hope we'll find everything we need in this area then.
We ought to. I am gonna kill them. I swear I am gonna kill them.
Are you sure you don't want to take a break, get some fresh air?
No! These looting anti-grav chips aren't the boss of me.
I still don't understand what the problem is.
The problem is, there is such a thing as a standard. And the Borons who designed this drone thought it might be fun to improve this standard. Except, if you take a standard and improve upon it, you get...
Two standards?
Zero standard! And so now, it looks like I have to machine these boron chips. Just so they can fit in these looting boots.
Anything I can do to help?
No, I'm okay. I'm done.
What? But that was super quick.
Well, yeah, when you have the right tools.
I mean, since you were complaining, I was thinking that it would take a while.
It's a matter of principle. Let's go. We'll see if these work outside. Ready to test these bad boys?
I guess. What are we doing?
Okay, follow the thread as usual, except this time we should be able to make it till the end. traveled across space, but floating a few feet above the ground is awesome?
Awesomeness is very subjective, you.
In any case, these boots are working. We should try them with that thread we weren't able to use last time.
Do you remember where it was?
The mapping module certainly does.
Not me, forgetting to heal.
All right, give me those medical plants of yours. Time to fire up the synthesizer. With this thing, we'll be right back on our feet.
Are you sure you know how?
I have a synthesizer in my ship. Of course I know how these work.
No, wait, that's not the way.
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because at this stage, you should...
Ugh! Look, I've always done it this way, and it's always worked out. You're not gonna tell me how to use my own synthesizer.
All right. All right, as you wish.
Haha! There! What do you say about that?
All right. I didn't know you could also do it that way.
And?
Sorry, I doubted you.
And?
I love you?
Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but it'll do.
Damn. Ugh. It feels bad, man. But we're cured, so...
We've already eaten too much,
I can never eat too much.
okay? I've already eaten too much.
You?
Yeah?
I see you've brushed your hair in the shower again.
How can you tell?
It's not draining.
Oh, sorry. Is there any way I can help?
Nope, I'm almost done.
Okay, but after that, for it to grow, won't we need to water them or anything?
Not these ones. The soil looks sufficiently flow-rich for their needs. After all, they were already thriving when we got here.
Does that mean we'll have nothing left to do before we have some
Ooh.
fat homemade fruits?
That doesn't sound good at all. I don't understand why people do that.
You could always sing to them. It helps.
For real?
No scientific study has ever proven the contrary. So, maybe?
Do you think they'll like some acrobats?
It'll be your mission to find out.
Interesting.
We're gonna get stuffed. There we are.
I feel like a whole new world just opened up. Seed! Shh!
I hope we'll find what we need in this area to repair the nest.
At least there's not a rest in this area.
Well, there's no doubt about it now. Source was clearly colonized. Look at these. They don't look like research outposts. These are clearly dwellings.
I don't understand. Why would Exonova lie in their file?
That's what bothers you? There are tons of reasons people lie. I think the question you should ask is, how was the apiary able to colonize an entire planet without anyone noticing? Where did the people go? What does that mean for us?
I would like to think it's good news.
Really?
I don't understand what happened here, but if Source had indeed been colonized, then abandoned, that dramatically increases our chances of finding something to repair the nest with.
That's what you call good news?
No small victory.
Okay. We'll make do.
This one is nice and ripe.
Over there. Do you see that Zygoptera?
Depends. What's a Zygoptera?
A dragonfly.
Then no.
I am curious why this one is lit up and the rest of them aren't. That's strange. At some point, probably.
Are we saving those for later?
Of course.
Of course we're saving it for later as she
Ready?
Now!
stuffs her mouth full of them.
This one's ready.
Yep. On your mark.
Anytime.
Ugh.
Are you all right?
You know what to do.
I got this.
Your turn.
Yep.
Now shoot.
One to go.
Ready when you are.
All set. You. Nice shot. Let's get it over with.
And done.
Right for the picking.
Harvest time.
Combat is much easier with
Who's
a
next?
duo.
Are we soon.
Are you already?
I'm just looking at.
Yes, it is. It is a local co-op.
You made it.
Still no clue as to
Your
why the
partner can
tracker
come
had
in
this
and play as the
location in
other
its memory.
person whenever they want. It just takes a second controller. And leave whenever they want. Which is cool.
There's still more.
Wow, you say that as if you can't look out and
Did you feel
see.
that tremor?
Yes. And I don't like this at all.
Come on, let's keep going.
The little tippy taps.
We're all good.
A little more rust?
Don't mind if I do.
I suppose we should.
Yes.
Can you do the thing, please? Thank
Go,
you.
go, go!
You.
Yep, saw that.
It's right before the picking.
Harvest time.
One to go. All set.
Go, go, go!
You.
Yep, saw that.
Let's get it over.
Yeah. Combat in single player is odd because you're fighting with ASW and D for one side and OKL and semicolon for the other. And it's just an odd placement.
You know, technically the Zygoptera aren't quite the same as dragonflies. More like they're cousins.
Have you been mulling this over the whole time? Should we take a closer look?
Now what is this?
No idea. But its engine hood would be a great fit on the nest.
That's it? Aren't you curious? Don't you want to know what this machine was for?
I know that it's good for nothing now. And we have a nest that needs repairs.
All right then, let's go.
Huh? Go where?
Well, to the nest. Aren't we taking the hood?
Yeah. Yes. Let's go.
What a cute animation.
Let me know if I can help.
I am happy to say that is over and done with.
You know, that is one nice vehicle.
Of course. I'm the one who built it.
Do you still consider this the same nest as the one you fixed up as a teenager?
What do you mean?
Well, we just changed the engine hood.
I just changed the engine hood.
Yes, okay, you did. But this isn't the first thing you've changed on the nest. And I hope it isn't the last one either. So, my question is, at what point does the nest, the one at the beginning, stop being the nest? Was it the first time you changed a part? Or will it be when you replace the last original part? Assuming you haven't done so yet. Does it happen sometime in between? Afterward? And even then, before you fixed it up the first time, all the spare parts that would eventually make up the nest, were they already the nest?
Hang on a second. Oh, what was the name of that ship? Um, I found it. I found it. Let's not, pull all of my tabs over there. That would be ridiculous. He's referring to this, the ship of Theseus. And it definitely is, just a thought experiment. But it is a good question. At what point is it no longer the original? Because you could say the same thing about us. Because our cells are constantly dying and replacing themselves. And because I think the average is 7 years, you have a completely new body technically. Does that mean you're not the same person you were 7 years ago? Because all your cells are different? Or is it, by, like, principle? Did the ship stay the ship because it was meant to be the ship?
What about you? Are you still K?
Huh?
Your body cells are constantly renewing, aren't they? Ever since you were born, you probably don't have that many cells in common with the K from the beginning. Actually, you two may not have a single cell in common. So, are you still K? I'll let you ponder that one. K! We need to go home now! You can think about that tomorrow, okay?
Oh, that is so funny. I'd like to say for the record, I do not know that's where that conversation was going. We've officially made it further than I ever have, because I stopped playing right before finding the first ship piece. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. We just chillin'. Two of us and Oink. Oh man.
K, I'm sorry to say it. I can't go any further without eating something.
Same here. We need to take a food break.
I just wanted to see what this was. It wasn't here before. And, you know.
I really like this smell. It's almost like freshly cut grass. Except it isn't cut. So, just grass. I guess.
Oh, he deserves scritches.
All right, you can open your eyes. Surprise anniversary!
Huh?
I meant to say surprise and then I thought happy anniversary. I panicked.
Aw.
Whose anniversary is it?
It's our anniversary. 1 month on Source.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, give or take a few days.
It went by fast.
Yeah, remember the time we almost died crashing on this planet?
And the time we almost died in an earthquake?
Ah, and the time we almost died fighting that critter?
I hope this is only the beginning. And that I'll have many more chances to almost die with you.
Aren't you a charmer? So, are you gonna open your present? Well, our present.
Sure. Sure. Uh-huh. What is it?
Fermented apple juice. I stuck them in the soaker tub to accelerate the process. I'm calling it Apple Brew.
Do you think that it's any good?
Well, worst case scenario, we just wasted some apple juice. No big deal.
Should we open it now?
We can open it whenever you want.
Aw. I want to know if it was any good, actually.
It's a bit late to start cooking food.
Oh. It's late. Can't we do this tomorrow instead?
Sure. Sure. You know, this planet in bits is pretty weird.
Are you just realizing this now?
No, but, I mean, having self-standing bits gravitating around a larger core would make sense. It could be a sign of a young planet still in formation. But why would the apiary try to colonize such a jumble? From a logistical standpoint, it makes no sense.
That's true. They must have had a very good reason.
Unless
What?
Source wasn't in this condition when they arrived.
What? What do you mean? Did the apiary cause this to happen?
I didn't say that, but it's a possibility. If we keep on exploring, we should know more.
Where did they go? Are they still in the kitchen? They are. Celebrate.
To us.
To us. Hey, that's really good actually.
Really strong, too. Do you remember the first time you talked about leaving the apiary?
Of course. I'd had a shouting match with my mom. I was just angry.
No, before that.
Before?
We had landed the nest on a hilltop, we were stargazing, and you said, "Come on, let's go." I haven't stopped thinking about it since that day. I think that's what pushed me to dig into the Astro Company archives, which led me to find the coordinates of Source. I wanted to be ready for the day.
Wait, when was that?
I don't remember. Right at the beginning, you and your mom got in a fight. You hopped into the nest at night, and you picked me up at my house.
Was that when we went to the uplands?
Yes, the uplands. That's it.
Oh, Flute, I remember. It was in Frocember. It was super cold out. I was freezing. I just wanted to get back into the nest. That's why I said, let's go. And since you didn't respond, I thought you wanted to stay outside. So I didn't push it. I actually caught a beast of a cold that night.
Wait, so that means If I hadn't misunderstood that night.
It wouldn't have changed a thing.
Well, still. That means we would have never known about Source. We would have never come all the way here.
I'm not buying your story.
Huh?
Why were we stargazing that night? You spent the entire night pointing out this and that constellation to me, wondering if there might be other inhabitable planets outside of the apiary. Other forms of life. You were completely obsessed with the sky. I was even trying to open up about my issues, but you barely listened. And off you went again, chattering about the comets, the microorganisms, or whatever. So, keeping in mind that you had access to this data about Source, and the fact that you are Kay, do you really think you would have never stumbled upon this planet anyway?
You might be right. Was I really that annoying?
Yes. I came to see you that night because I needed someone. I had nowhere else to go. But at the time, I regretted it. I was actually thinking it would be the last time we saw one another. But you insisted. And the following week, you came to see me in the evening with your little homemade cookies. We chatted all night. And I do believe that is when I fell in love.
Oh, damn. That's not the feel-good, origin story. Oh.
Really? The cookies? That's what made you fall in love?
In my defense, they were some excellent cookies. But no, idiot, it wasn't the cookies. It was the thoughtfulness. I was sick, my nose was all swollen, croaking voice. I was a mess. And you just showed up, without me asking. I'd only known you for barely 3 weeks. You took care of me. You baked me some cookies. You stayed and chatted all night, even though it was pretty clear nothing would happen. And you kept on making me laugh, even though it hurt every time I laughed. I hated you.
What was it? Did you fall in love, or did you hate me?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. Kinda like salty sweet.
Here. Give me a taste.
Ooh. 360s, grabs, and black flips. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's good. We do need that. The same bookshelf.
And done. It's all straightened out. Everything's tidy and clean.
Besides us, that is.
Yeah, we are kinda stinky. Off to the shower then?
Ah, Blut.
What is it?
I just mobbed the bathroom.
Oh. Do you think we can marinate another 10 to 15 minutes in our own filth?
Honestly, can do.
Aw. Out of 200. Good. Good.
Oh no! Apple brew is only for special occasions.
Damn.
Okay.
Yes?
Can we cook something?
What? Did we already eat everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
You know, this planet in bits is pretty weird. No, but having it could be a. Why would from a.
That's true.
Unless.
What?
Unless.
What do you...
I didn't, but it's, if we keep on exploring.
Kay? We need to talk.
Should I be worried?
Yes. No. Maybe. Promise me you won't be mad.
I can't promise anything without knowing what this is about.
It's about your skidding skills.
Oh,
Let's just say that you could use some extra training.
okay. Show me.
You're not mad?
Why would I be mad? I love to learn new things.
All right. Let's hop on a few threads to practice. Now!
Night Wink.
Now! That's it! You did it! Let's do another one. Now! Now you're getting it. Let's see if you can keep it going. Skid! Skid! Now you have a handle on this. Perfect.
I have to say, I have an excellent teacher.
Well, you passed the test. Let's get back to business.
This is a really long thread.
You sleepy?
No. I'm just unwinding.
I know, right? I was already feeling like I need a nap, and I'll... Man. Actually, I wouldn't be opposed to, calling it here for now. Since, you know, we're not actively on a mission. It's a little bit of a shorter stream, but A nap sounds really nice. Yeah. Definitely does not sound like a bad idea. What is going on with the chat? Why does it look like that? That's better. It was going off the screen. Oh no, how long has it been like that? Oopsie. Well, anyway, we should be back on Wednesday for Valheim. Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun, and I'm looking forward to actually, like, playing this game instead of just doing the tutorial. It'll be nice. And we'll be starting something new on Friday, too. Haven't decided what yet. We'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've reached the end of early access for Cozy Caravan. I was kind of waiting to finish the quest I was on before it crashed, and it's not even worth it, so... yeah, I think we'll be doing Lake. Because I think that would be similar vibes. That's a little sad, but that's okay. You'll be there in spirit. And it'll be good to see you Wednesday anyway. Can finally meet our Rockies. But alright, you have a good night, and I will see you Wednesday.